Regional stakeholders this morning had their first chance to make their case to AgResearch over plans to cut about 80 jobs from Invermay and move the Dunedin research facility north. One man who has details of what was discussed is Vaughn Elder from the ODT, who's been following the case. Good evening, Vaughan. Now, what are the main arguments for keeping jobs at Invermay?
Well, members of the Southern Delegation, which includes the Dunedin City Council, the Regional Council, the University and other regional players, argue that there is in fact a research hub already in Dunedin, which sort of centres mainly around genetics research. And they argue that shifting these jobs north will potentially decimate this hub, which has the potential to not only affect research here in the region, but also nationally as well. They think it'll be a big blow to agricultural research in the country. So
what are the arguments for shifting the jobs to Lincoln?
Well, the AgResearch executive team, which came up with this proposal, they argue the opposite. They basically say that having more jobs based in Lincoln, where there is already a hub, will mean that the scientists are able to work together and collaborate, and that will be good for the country in terms of agricultural research. Yep.
Is there any hope of saving the jobs at Invermay?
Well, it's quite hard to tell. The AgResearch acting CEO, Andrew McSweeney, reiterated today basically that the door isn't shut and that it will consider changing its position if it can be convinced that it is in the best interest of the country for agricultural research. But on the other hand, there hasn't been any signs that they're changing their position. They keep on reiterating the same view.
How important is the Invermay facility to Dunedin?
Well, there's a lot of jobs out there. There's roughly 115 jobs, and a lot of them are quite high-paid science jobs. Also, as Dave Cull and others have said, they argue that it's the linchpin of a genetics hub, and so if that goes, who knows what else could go as well.
And the delegation fighting the downsize, have made their case to the group representing AgResearch's board and management this morning. What was the outcome of that?
Well, we know that it was the first time that the Southern Delegation got to put their view forward, but as yet we don't know the outcome. All we know is that AgResearch has said that they will consider what the Southern Delegation had to say, and that they'll it could maybe cause them to change their mind, but they haven't even given a timeline about when a final decision will be made. So it's too early to tell what the result of that will be.
And more of a case of watch this space.
Yes.
Vaughan Elder, ODT reporter, thanks very much for your time.